Hi, I am a hacker and it's really nice to have you on board. In this video, we'll look at provoke an error that is not very gracefully handled. It is a challenge from OWASP in OWASP Juice Shop, and just to add a little bit background to this video, I'm doing a series on CTF, that is hacking into OWASP Juice Shop. It is just a walkthrough for beginners to learn how to approach certain type of CTFs and getting started with it. Anyway, if you are new, just know that it is a full series in which we have already set up the environment for ourselves by installing the OWASP Juice Shop on Heroku. You can do it in different ways, like you can download the OWASP Juice Shop on your local and then set it up, or you can use a Docker container, or you can deploy it to Heroku. Anyway, we have deployed it to Heroku and our environment is completely set. If you are new to this and don't know the OWASP Juice Shop and how to configure it and how to set it up, you can just visit the link that is given in the description, and that will show you how to do that. But that is just out of the scope of this video. In this video, we'll just look at this one challenge. Anyway, let's get started. Let's first complete the challenge, and then we will understand what the challenge was and what was its purpose. Here is that challenge. You can see it. So what I will do, I will go to the login page first by coming over to account and then clicking the login. Once I'm here in the login, in the email, I'll just type single quote, and in the password, I will enter whatever I want. Just some gibberish, SDF, something like that. Once I do that and click login, you would see I have gracefully, I have provoked an error that was not very gracefully handled. So now let's come over to the explanation, what it was and how was this error invoked. Well, as you know, this application is vulnerable to SQL injection attacks, which means that data entered by the user is integrated one-to-one in an SQL command or in an SQL query, which can then be amended as appropriate. Like in our case, we amended, or you can see we extended by adding a single quote right over here. We just said to the query that, hey, query, stop here, and we just provoke that error. In the future videos, you will see that we will do something like 1 equal to 1, which means that we have stopped the first query right over here, and then we started another one. Once we do that, we can then access more SQL injection and more data from it. Anyway, in order to understand this, it was just an SQL injection through which we provoked this error. Changing this type of SQL code can also provoke errors that provide specific details of the structure of database as well. So this is something that is very dangerous. Through this vulnerability, we can even get the entire database. Anyway, okay, the lesson we have learned right over here is that the input fields or the input data fields or wherever the user can enter data should always be sanitized. If we get the data without sanitizing, it would be a problem. In this case, you can see that the data wasn't sanitized, so we can do SQL injections, we can do XSS attacks and stuff like that. And the sanitization shouldn't be done in-house. We shouldn't start creating our own functions with regex etc, and we should create our own function for sanitizer. But the best approach should be, or the best approach is that we always use the built-in functions for doing the job. Like there are a lot of frameworks nowadays in PHP, in JavaScript and other things that provides the services, so we should always use those built-in functions instead of writing our own. So this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you did learn what an SQL injection is. If you don't know, I have also pasted some links down in the description which gives more details on SQL injection and stuff like that. So make sure that you visit those links and learn the SQL injection properly. But the main purpose of this video was to provoke an error that is neither very gracefully or consistently handled. Have a pleasant day. Bye for now. I'll see you in the next one.